This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, folks, we know damn well that Vasiliy Lomachenko is the new quote-unquote franchise champion. This means it's an immunity belt. Shout outs to Ronnie Boy Fresh. I like that. You know, when somebody says something, I gotta give credit where credit's due. So again, shout outs to Ronnie Boy Fresh. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but when we do see eye to eye, we do see eye to eye. Let me say it again. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but when we do see eye to eye, we do see eye to eye. So shout outs to Ronnie Boy Fresh for saying that. It is an immunity belt. It's a way to basically get on that survivor island and excuse yourself for the obvious duck that you're doing. Let me say it again. It's your way to get on that survivor island and excuse yourself for the obvious duck that you're doing. Vasiliy Lomachenko has a lot of fighters at 135. Anyone that knows boxing knows it's egregious. It's absolutely asinine, ass 10, ass 11. It's actually laughable and nonsensical for him to leave the division. There's too many guys there. Devin Haney is there. He ain't going nowhere anytime soon, especially after newly acquiring the super champion WBC belt. Tank Davis is there. You know, you got Teofimo Lopez that's there. Richard Coleman's there. So what are we talking about, folks? Why are we not sitting here and entertaining the fact that when we look at the totality of things, Vasiliy Lomachenko doesn't want that work. His ego and his what we call demeanor has taken a hit in the Luke Campbell fight. Luke Campbell exposed a lot about Vasiliy Lomachenko. He showed that there's a lot of chinks in that armor. He showed that this guy cannot take body shots. He shows that this guy gets touched up too much upstairs and downstairs. So when you have fighters that have the skill set of a Tank Davis, that has the skill set of a Devin Haney, that has the skill set, you know what I'm saying, of what we would say a Richard Coleman and a Teofimo Lopez, of course, Vasiliy Lomachenko doesn't want that work. Because Luke Campbell's not on these guys' levels. And if he was able to expose Vasiliy Lomachenko, imagine what a Tank would do. He would literally run a Tank over Vasiliy Lomachenko. Imagine what Devin Haney would do. He would have Loma hitting that canvas, basically having a fucking dream, thinking about dreams. Imagine what Teofimo Lopez would do, because I get on the super duper hype job, but he has power. And if he's able to connect, Loma's falling flat on the canvas. Richard Coleman, his right hand, I guarantee you he will have a lot of success of landing that right hand, because he's a savvy, experienced Ghanaian boxer. This guy can fight his ass off. He's not the most skilled fighter, but he can fucking play some damn punches. So we know. And then we have Miguel Berchelt, another guy that Vasiliy Lomachenko does not want to fight. So when you look at the totality of things, Lomachenko is ducking with this franchise title. I don't like it. It's an immunity title, because it gets these motherfuckers to go on the Survivor Island and do what they call a blatant duck. So Vasiliy Lomachenko is part of DuckTales. Woo! A DuckTales. Woo! A DuckTales. Woo! Part 13. Because it's ridiculous that this guy, his Ultra Loma fanboys, get to make excuses after excuses after excuses for this guy. They get to excuse him for all of his foolery and all of his behavior. His boxing record is smoke and mirrors, man. I don't want to hear it. 14-1. Top Rank tried to make it 14-0. I've seen this guy get exposed by too many fighters. I saw him get exposed in the Linares fight. I saw him got exposed in the Luke Campbell fight. Definitely got exposed in the Salido fight. I mean, come on. And then you got the Jose Pedraza fight. These are 4 fights that this man got exposed at. So you mean to tell me Tank Davis is not better than any one of these 4 guys that I mentioned? Devin Haney's not better than any one of those 4 guys I mentioned. Richard Coleman, Teofimo Lopez is not better than any one of those 4 guys that we have mentioned. Come on, folks. Y'all gotta pay attention. Look at the Jose Pedraza fight. Look at what Tank Davis did to him in 7 fucking rounds. But Loma got touched up like nobody's business. He struggled in that fight, almost lost. But no one wants to talk about that. And see, here's the thing. Lomachenko is becoming the fighter that people make more excuses for than Canelo Alvarez. Let me say it again. Lomachenko is becoming the fighter that people make more excuses than Canelo Alvarez. There's always a built-in excuse for the Ultra Loma fanboys. Oh, he was fighting Luke Campbell, and this is the reason why. You know what I'm saying? They always have a built-in excuse. Oh, this is the reason why. And look what he was able to do in this fight. Look how he was able to come back. He got exposed. And if people don't want to be real with themselves and use what's called the true boxing eye test to see that this man has been given this title to conveniently duck the lions of this division, because he probably ran his ass up to Mauricio Solomon and was like, look, man, hey, just like Canelo Alvarez did, hey, man, I don't want to fight none of these guys. Just hit me with that franchise title so that I can take my ass to the Survivor Island and duck these guys conveniently. This is what he did. This is not an ultimate title. It's a ducking title. Let me say it again. It's not an ultimate title. It's a ducking title. Matter of fact, it's an immunity title because it gives you immunity to conveniently duck the real lions in the division. Because now you could justify why you don't have to fight these guys. And it's all because of franchise championship. This is why I like when Deontay Wilder said, what the fuck is that? I want to be considered a real champion. Let me say it again. Deontay Wilder was like, what the fuck is that? Franchise champion? I want to be a real champion. Because Deontay Wilder wants that free smoke. People can say what they want, but universally, this is what makes everyone love Deontay Wilder over any boxer in boxing. Deontay Wilder is willing to take on all comers, and he wants that work. Whether you hate, you love, good, bad, or the ugly. The reason why you respect Deontay Wilder over every fighter is because Deontay Wilder will take on any fucking competition. Got to give that man credit for that. And if he out of his own mouth can say the longest reigning champion in boxing, that is 40-0-1, could come out of his mouth, fix his fucking mouth and say, look, what the fuck is that? Then boxing world, fucking listen. Let me say it again. If this man can fix his mouth and say, what the fuck is that? Then boxing world, listen, motherfuckers. It's a bullshit title. And anyone that has the true boxing eye test knows this. But you're going to see fanboys, Ultra Loma fanboys, Cinnamon Alvarez fanboys of these fighters, the cult-like followers. They're going to try to justify this, just like they do with everything. But you know what we do? We bring the bullshit full front, and then we say, DuckTales, woo, DuckTales, woo, DuckTales, woo. We put the DuckTales right out on Jump Street, and we expose it for what it is, DuckTales. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.